2021-44245 in the interest of Hadara, Annalise, and Isaiah Jackson. All parties, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yeah.
Mr. Jackson.
Yes.
All right. Ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
LaPortia Jackson, I am the mother.
All right, sir, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
Isaiah Jackson, I am the father of the children.
All right. And do we need to admit Sharma? All right. And representing the state of Texas Attorney General's office.
Kavita Sharma for the state, Your Honor. Good morning.
All right. Ms. Sharma, we have a petition to establish parent-child relationship and other matters. What are we doing today?
Yes, Judge. It looks like Mr. Jackson and Miss Jackson are not in agreement of who should have custody of the children. Mr. Jackson is in possession and Miss Jackson does not agree with that at this time.
All right, then we're going to transfer this case to the 257th District Court and DRO mediation is ordered. Anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Miss Jackson and Mr. Jackson, you're going to be put in a separate room and someone will be with you shortly, okay?
Okay.
All right, this is call number 2021-28347 in the interest of Rafael Cervantes. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Yes, I do.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Elizabeth Cervantes, and I'm the mother.
All right, sir, your name and your relationship to the child.
My name is Brandon Sorrell, and I'm the father.
And representing the Attorney General, State of Texas.
Kavita Sharma.
And we have a petition to establish parent-child relationship. We're having a hearing. Is that correct, Ms. Sharma?
Yes, Judge.
Do we have any stipulations to read into the record?
We do, Your Honor.
All right.
Your Honor, we do have DNA testing, genetic testing that I'd like to ask the court to take judicial notice of that do not exclude Mr. Cervantes Sariel as the father, and parties do agree that he is the biological father. Parties also agree that the child's surname should be Cervantes hyphenated Sariel. Parties also agree to joint managing conservator with mom being the custodial parent with for her to maintain the primary residence with geographical restrictions to Harris and contiguous counties. Parties also agreed to modified possession and access for eight periods each phase, and then defaulting to the standard possession order first, third, and fifth weekend. Parties also agree that the custodial parent, Ms. Cervantes, will carry health insurance and dental insurance through a private source, and the cost would be $0. So there's no cash medical or dental reimbursement. Parties also agree for no retroactive child support, medical support, or dental support They agree that court costs will be billed by March 25th, 2023. The only issue we have, Judge, is guideline child support amount.
All right. So far, is that your agreement, Mr. Sariel?
Yes, sir, that is.
So
On the
far,
stipulation.
Ms. Cervantes, is that your agreement?
Yes.
All right. Then court will note that the DNA test report would indicate that the alleged father, Brandon Sariel, is not excluded as the biological father of the tested child, Rafael Cervantes. And let's proceed with the hearing.
Yes, Judge, I'd like to call Mr. Arnaldo Barrera.
All right.
And Mr. Barrera, can you please state your full name for the record?
Arnaldo Barrera,
And where are you currently employed?
the Office of the Attorney General,
And what is your position at the Attorney General's office?
Child Support Officer.
And what is the nature of your responsibilities as a child support officer?
One of my duties is to calculate child support and retroactive child support.
And in this matter, there is no retroactive support, but have you calculated guideline child support amount in compliance with the family code?
Yes, I have.
Can you please share your calculations?
Yes. Based on the 4 check stub that Mr. Serio provided, I calculated one check stub was gross of 1,263, 1,295, 1,305, and $1,033. It came an average of 1,224.30 average biweekly payment. So an average monthly came to 2,652. When calculated child support and giving him credit for taxes, his proposed child support amount would be $458. Calculated
much?
child
I'm
support
sorry.
based on 20%.
I'm sorry. Can you say that amount again?
458.
458. And that's 20%.
20%, yes, no additional children.
All right. And that's also taken in consideration the cash medical support.
The cash medical support was zero. So there was no cash medical support or dental support, and it was a consideration of taxes.
All right.
And Mr. Barrera, was this based on a 40-hour work week?
No, it was not due to the income information that was provided. He was averaging less than 40 hours. So it was based on an average of what he was making gross, the 4 check stubs.
Okay, and can you please tell us the name of the employer?
The name of the employer is Office Depot.
And, okay, thank you, Mr. Barrera. Judge, I pass this witness.
Mr. Sariel, do you have any questions for Mr. Barrera?
Pretty much no. The only stipulation that I have is that I don't make enough to cover
Okay,
400.
hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. No, hold on a minute. I'm going to give you an opportunity to say something, but right now, do you have any questions for Mr. Barrera?
No, sir, I don't.
All right. Ms. Cervantes, do you have any questions for Mr. Barrera?
No, I don't.
All right. May he be excused, Ms. Sharma?
Yes, Judge.
All right. You're excused, Mr. Barrera.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Call your next witness, Ms. Sharma.
Sure, I'd like to call the father, Mr. Brandon Serial.
All right.
Mr. Serial, you are currently employed at Home Depot, is that right?
No, ma'am. Office Depot.
Office Depot, I'm sorry for that mistake. And how many hours a week do you work there?
On average, 36 and a half.
And do you ever get overtime?
No, ma'am. We're not allowed overtime.
Okay, and is this your only job, Mr.
This is
Serial?
the only job. Yes, ma'am.
And this is your only child, is that right?
That is correct.
And you have other expenses where you feel like you can't afford the 458 guideline child support amount, is that correct?
That is correct.
And what are your other expenses?
So pretty much I have rent, my car, insurance. That's just like the necessities that I need to actually maintain my income.
Okay,
And then I have light, and that's pretty much like the main thing. I don't have food stamps, so everything comes out of pocket. So usually I'm gonna say expenses, I go into the negatives in my actual account to even like support or try to maintain what I have, or, like my current possession.
Okay,
What type of car do you have, sir?
I have a 2018 Ford Fusion. I'm leasing it out.
Okay. And how much is that payment?
That payment is $385 a month.
All right. And your insurance, car insurance?
Insurance is $170.
So that's a 385 and 170. Is $528.
Yes, sir.
All right. And then you have rent.
I
How
have
much?
rent with it takes out 680 bi-weekly. So I am left with like maybe 220, almost like 280 every 2 weeks.
I'm sorry. How much is your rent?
It is 1320 a month.
Okay.
and Mr. Serial, do you believe that your child is an important bill?
He is, and I'm willing to do whatever I can with whatever I have, or try to maintain some type of income so I can support him. I'm not going to deny his right to be happy or to support that any needs. I just want to be able to be that provider.
Okay, and you understand that $458 was the guideline child support amount, is that right?
I do understand it's a guideline.
And you understand that you are not being ordered to pay any back child support or any medical support with these child support, with only this child support amount, is that right?
I do understand that.
Okay, thank you, Judge. I pass this witness.
Ms. Cervantes, do you have any questions of Mr. Sariel?
No, I don't.
All right. Call your next witness, Ms. Sharma.
Judge, the state rests at this time.
All right. Ms. Cervantes, is there anything you wish to say?
I could help him, Mr. Sorrell, find other resources to help him pay, and if there's like a payment plan or something for him, I'm willing to work with that as well. You know, because I know it is, hard to start taking care of the kids, but with other bills. But other than that, I have nothing to say.
Mr. Sariel, do you have anything further to say?
Yeah, I do. Pretty much, I'm not trying to avoid out an obligation to pay for child support. Just that I won't be able to pay for it, and I have family members that experience, I'm gonna say, child support court cases where they came late, they were arrested, it had to do a whole like trial, and I'm trying to avoid that as much as possible. I'm willing to be there, and I want to be there for my actual kid.
All right.
It's
Is
just that
there any,
financial obligation.
well, I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
is there any reason that I should not follow the guidelines like all the other fathers in the state of Texas?
No, there is no reason for you to actually like not follow the guidelines. Just that as far as I'm like more concerned with is just the guidelines is really going to put me in a bind to where that I'm going to lose my car. I'm either going to lose a whole bunch of other things in order to just support them. So the actual means for me to support my kid, I actually need the car, and then the only source of income I have is just one job that I have.
So you think child support doesn't affect other fathers?
I
Guideline
don't
child
believe that.
support? Huh?
No, sir, I do not believe that. That's not
Well,
at all what I'm
there has
saying.
to be some extenuating circumstances for me to order anything other than guidelines, and I don't see any extenuating circumstances here. You have a full-time job, you're doing okay. Uh, and so the court orders the father to pay child support in the amount of $458 a month beginning February 1st, 2023. All other stipulations are approved.
Thank you,
Anything further,
Judge.
Miss? Thank you. You're
Nothing
excused.
further, Your Honor. Thank you.